Hello everyone, welcome back again. My name is Steven, and today, welcome back to Chat Room. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new item introduced into League of Legends called the Duskblade of Draktharr. So, first things first, I just want to quickly say there is no PvE rundown this week because I was planning on doing it, and then when I looked at the patch, it was just 2 skins and this item. It's like, what the heck am I going to do with just 3 small things? And I wasn't going to talk into depth of the new item, because I was planning on doing this next week, talking about the Draktharr, so I wasn't going to go into detail. So, that would have just made the video about, if match, 2 fucking minutes. You know, that's pointless to do. So, instead, I've decided to do next week's video today. So that means there will be another video, there'll be another chat room next week. Sorry about the back-to-back chat rooms. I don't really want to do this, but I want to actually have some content at least. So anyway, the Duskblade of Draktharr. What is it? Well, as you guys should be able to see on the screen, what it does is gives you 75 attack damage, 5% movement speed, and it has 2 unique passives. Number 1, it gives you 10% armor penetration, and number 2, basic attacks on an enemy champion apply Nightfall. This cooldown is 120 seconds. So, what is Nightfall? Well, after 2 seconds, deal physical damage equal to 90 plus 25% of the target's missing health. If you get a kill or an assist on the target before Nightfall ends, the cooldown is refunded. Now, here's the thing with this item. This item was introduced to not kill squishies. This is like something that loads of people have been complaining about. This item's going to help kill squishies, and to be fair, you're an assassin. You know, that's who's going to be building this. An assassin is going to one-shot your ass. Those 2 seconds don't mean crap. So, this item's not affecting on how much they're going to burst your ass. Or my ass, since I'm an AD carry. But the item was actually introduced for tanks. Because at the moment, assassins have a huge weakness to tanks. That's who they get counted by. They get counted by the tanks in the CSC. But the thing is by adding this item, they've now just cut off a huge part of their weaknesses. So, Zed, if he jumps onto an AD carry, well, he's got a tank there. Smack him in the face. And suddenly, Zed can't get away, can't do jack shit. Same for Talon. If there's a tank there, he can't assassinate anyone. It's the thing what makes tanks good into assassins. But with this new item, it removes that. Why? Because instead of focusing the AD carry, focus the tank. Just one-shot the tank out. He can't keep the AD carry safe if the tank's dead, can he? You know, that's the problem I'm having with this item, is that it's just removed a huge counterplay to this. Because at the moment, AD carries have no counterplay to assassins. You can't do jack shit. As soon as an assassin jumps onto you, you've got to rely so heavily on your teammates coming in and helping your ass. Because if they do not, just kiss your life goodbye. You are going to die. Then that's the problem, is that as an AD carry main, especially in lower elos, playing against assassins is like toxic shit. And it's the main reason why I hate assassins. I just can't stand playing against them, because no one saves me. If assassin jumps onto my ass, I'm dead. I can't counterplay anything. The only one I can really counterplay is Zed, because you've got QSS to remove his ultimate. But if you're still not getting any backup, removing his ultimate off you with the QSS is still not enough to save your ass. And that's the problem with this, you know, the overall of this comes in. And it's not going to affect anything, but it's just going to affect how tanks are going to be dealt with. Because if a tank is getting one shot by an assassin, the tank is no longer a tank. And that's the problem. The tank is only going to be soaking up damage from their AD carry and their tanks. So, of course he's not going to do any damage. Tank v tank doesn't work. It's the same as top lane. You know, if there's a tank v tank, that's just going to be a farm lane. So, because you can't say, oh, it's the mid laner. Well, the assassin is the mid laner. So, if the mid lane is one shot on the tank, there's just like no counterplay to that. And another thing that's been going around in the community is that this item is actually giving non-assassins enough burst to become assassins. For example, I've been seeing this on Riven, on Fiora, I've been seeing this on Jarvan, Pantheon, I've even been seeing this on Quinn, on Graves. I've actually seen a game of this on Twitch, and holy crap, is that strong. And it's just, it's so annoying, this item, because it gives them their capabilities to become an assassin. Have you ever seen a Jarvan that's not fed yet? You know, a fed Jarvan is going to one-shot you, but a non-fed Jarvan one-shot you. Most of you are going to be saying no, because Jarvan just doesn't have enough damage. He's more tanky, you know, he relies on being quite tank. But this item allows him to do that, because a non-fed assassin can still one-shot someone because of their high base damage and the amount of armor pen they get. You can now do this on Jarvan, on Pantheon, on Riven, and it changes their playstyles to become an assassin. And that is not a good and healthy thing. Assassins are not good for the game. Like, seriously, they're not. They one-shot your ass, and there's no counterplay to them. Well, they used to be tanks, but they just removed that with this item. It's ridiculous. And the thing going on around the community is that this item is a lot like Deathfire's Grasp. So if you guys don't know what that is, that means you haven't been playing for long. But if just for a quick reminder, Deathfire's Grasp was a item that had 120 AP, then it was nerfed to 100, I think. I think that was changed before it got removed. But then on its passives, it would also give you 20% cooldown. And what this meant was it allowed all AP mages to become AP assassins. You know, we've seen this being built on Ahri, on Syra, on Veigar, and these champions became very well known as heavy burst, heavy assassin-y type champions because of this item. It gave them the power to basically assassinate anybody they wanted. They couldn't really deal with tanks because they had no magic pen, but it was still enough to turn these guys into very heavy assassins. And that was removed because Riot said it was unhealthy. It was unhealthy for the game because turning every champion that was AP into an assassin is not healthy. So I don't understand why they're now reverting back on that and then giving it to the AD champions. It's the same fucking item, people. It's just for AD though. I don't understand that logic. So if they're going to add this in, why don't they just add the Deathfire's Grasp back? You know, that way everybody can become a fucking assassin. Because that seemed like what Riot's trying to fucking do. You know, it's just... we don't know as how much of an impact this item's going to be just yet. You know, the item's only been out for a few days. But it's still going to definitely heavily change the meta. You know, we're seeing this nearly on every champion. And the thing is that this item could be built on anybody, right? I've watched a few gameplay, not much, and I've even seen it being built on AP champions. Because here's the ridiculous part. Remember when I was talking about the passive? After 2 seconds, deal damage equal to 90 plus 25% of the missing health. If you build that on an AP person, yes, the shit might not be useful on you, but I've seen this being built on fucking Lux. Lux with a Lich Bane. Holy shit. This does ridiculous amounts of damage. And if this can be quite strong on an AP champion as well on AD, we're most likely going to start seeing this on AP assassins, you know, like Echo, like LeBlanc, because of how much burst that 25% of the missing health is going to do. It's just so frustrating that this item is a thing. You know, when I first seen this, I knew it was going to be overpowered. And I was like, yeah, Riot's not going to release this how it is. They're not. Oh boy, was I wrong. They did. It's like, I'm just quite shocked that they released it how it was, but this is just like a new thing. We haven't collected all the data and we haven't got like what this item is strong on, how to get, how to counter this item yet. We don't know anything. It's only been out for a few days. So a lot of what I've said today might actually not become true, but I still think it's going to be a very overpowered item and it's definitely going to receive some nerfs. But if it's going to be so strong that everybody's going to build it, I don't know yet, and I don't actually think it will be like that. I think I've just basically talked around a crap. But that's how it's feeling like at the moment. So leave your thoughts and opinions on this item. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? You've heard my opinion. I hate the fucking thing. But that's down to what the community thinks, and if it's not healthy for the game, Riot will probably remove it. And I'm guessing Riot's going to remove it possibly next year, if it's as bad as what DFG was. But we don't know yet. Anyway, hope you guys have all enjoyed today's video. Remember to do normal YouTubey stuff, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, everyone. Bye.